Stop scrolling for 1 second. I'm not going to tell you that everybody can be a trader, but what I am going to tell you, once you see this skill and learn this skill, it's impossible to see the possibilities that you can make in a day. Today I made $821 in 3 hours. Talk to me. So I'm going to give y'all guys a quick recap of what I was able to accomplish today. So if you see my chart, you see a bunch of stuff going on. I'm trying to make sense of it. I like to kind of indicate this for everybody, not only for you, but everybody that's in my community. So everybody that's in my Stay Dangerous community here, we have 110 people going strong. So I just wanted, I always kind of screenshot this and let everybody know what my entries and exits are, what my thoughts are. But I want to give y'all a quick recap as fast as I possibly can. About what's going on. Today is the market's still open. It's 11:47, so I'm doing this while the market's still open. I'm just kind of done for the day. Today I was able to make $821, like I said earlier in this intro. But let's get into it. So first thing first is always to check the market sentiment of the market. Again, these are my personal strategies with Caleb X Warren, what I do to trade, how I set up my indicators, how I do everything. There's 1,000 ways to trade, or I believe there's definitely more than one way to trade. People use the strat. People use just support and resistance and breakout lines. People use a lot of different methods, Fibonacci retracements. People use whatever they use. This is the way I use, and this is how my community follows my trades. And again, I'm just saying my thoughts and opinions, and whatever you do with that information is up to you. I always tell everybody to do their own diligence. So again, first thing first, I always take the market sentiment of what the market is doing. If it's green or red at the end of the day, is the market green or red? Meaning if it's up or down, that tells me what today's trends is. The trend is important because it tells me what I'm looking for. So for example, if I'm trading puts, meaning I'm betting on the stock that go down, and the market sentiment is green or the stock is going up for the day, it's going to be a harder trade for me to get a bigger play out of because there's not that much room for me to grow there versus there is to the upside. So you're just looking for situations like that. So I always got to know what the market sentiment is in order for me to make bigger plays or bigger understanding of what's going on. So first thing first, I always let the market play out for like 10 to 15 minutes every morning. Market opens at Central Time here at 8:30. So around 8:45 is when I'm kind of starting to look at things. So if you notice here on my chart here is some lines. So that big red line and the big green lines are my bigger support and resistance lines. But these smaller green lines, I guess I didn't put the smaller red line on here, but it was this. Let me do it now just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It was around 360.25 ish, and exactly where it bounced at. It's kind of crazy. So what I was looking for is the first 15 minutes of kind of giving that market sentiment. It tells me, hey, the market is up or down. Technically, the market was up because it gapped up from from last Friday. It was down to 357, and it started up around here somewhere at. It actually started up here at 360, fell down to this, fell down to 361. Point being, it was up and it fell down a little bit and it recovered. So it's been up since today. So right now it's at 2%. So point being is I noticed the market sentiment was green is what I'm getting to. So I was looking for a bounce or rejection off the 9 EMA. So, and I'm going to go back to where I called it out in the community just so everybody know I'm not just making up stuff. Today's this may play a small position. Here you go, right here. Might play a small position off the bounce of 9 EMA spot, but PA is born at the moment, nothing standing out in order to play the play. So this was me at 8:59. So I noticed it right away. I didn't actually play it. I actually missed it. I missed the bounce of 9 EMA. I called it, saw it and everything. I kind of thought it was going to break. I wasn't sure of 9 EMA, but it bounced perfectly and it ran up crazy. Technically, you would still be up on a day if you were still holding those same contracts because we ain't no reason to sell them yet. But that's what I missed. So every 16, I was looking for some type of pullback to catch another bounce. It never happened because it never fell back to 9 EMA, so it didn't happen for a little while here. And I found my first break here. I actually played the puts on his first put. So this is my first put entries, and I hope y'all can see this really good and really clear. That's why I kind of put the circles around it. So this was the first play that I missed of the bounce of the 9 EMA. I was looking to bounce off this orange line that y'all see right here. Again, I know it's tight, but if you want to Stay Dangerous community, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not a part of the Stay Dangerous community, this will be a perfect time for me to tell you to come join. It's still free. It's going to be free for a little while now. So come join before it goes up in price. The next time it goes up in price, it'll be $15, $20 a month. But while it's free, come mess with me. Come tap in. Come see what your boy got to offer. And I can break down all my indicators, all my trading platforms, what I use, how I look at things, and more thorough process, because I'm in it day in and day out, versus these one long videos that may or may not have all the information that is needed. So again, I was looking for the bounce of 9 EMA. It happened. Played perfect. I didn't play it because I wasn't convinced on it. So I was looking for another play to kind of the same thing, the next bounce of the 9 EMA. I thought it was going to happen here. It did not happen there. I thought it was going to happen here. It did not happen there. Then I actually played the puts because we got to a point where the RSI, again, my indicators started running a little bit high. I think it was around 60 something, high 60s. It's at the top of my price channel. And again, I wish I could break down this more in details, but I won't on these videos. At the top of my price channel, RSI was high, and I was looking for any reversal candles. I got this hammer right here, so I waited for that hammer to happen. It played out. I was looking for it to break the 9 EMA here and fall down some more into the next level of support. It did not. It actually kept supporting on the 9 EMA. This was around like 10% gain for me when I called it out or entered. Somewhere around here, 10% gain. I did not take it. I ended up losing it and breaking even. On that trade. I told everybody in Discord again, this just so y'all can see that I'm not capping. Where am I at? I'm not in any first entry. What's the first bounce? Was the entry? I don't hold anything. All right, here. I'm in 360 puts. Every 138 average, and my stop loss is 0.32. Take a profit of 0.42 by about 10%. So I saw the 10-15%. I just didn't take it. Because I was looking for more. I'm always looking for 20-30% gains on every trade. Again, I have a target for a reason. It didn't happen. It did not break the 9 EMA like I wanted to. And I did not take profit, so I ended up breaking even. I had a stop loss at break even, or a little bit under break even. Was fine. I was looking for the next play. So I saw the spin top on the second, and I say, all right, this RSI still high. MACD is still kind of histograms is ticking over to red. So it's giving me all levels or all supporting documents or all notes that's telling me, all my indicators are saying, hey, this is going to fall or pull back a little bit for you to get into, and you'll be able to play the calls on a bounce or play the puts coming down. So I was playing the puts coming down because I'm still upset that I didn't catch that first bounce. So I was looking for it to fall back to the 9 EMA. Well, notice that the 9 EMA is actually closer now. So now I know, hey, if it breaks past this 9 EMA, I'm going to get some money. And that's where I play. Again, I played the spin top, held it over here. It finally broke on this candle here. And I sold here. Let me double check how much percentage that was. Again, these are not edited. You will see if it say edit at the end that I changed it. This is the same thing I put when I typed it. I'm in again on the puts, breaking the 9 EMA, the MACD crossover, RSA falling. Again, that's my thoughts on it. It brought the 9 EMA 14%. About damn time. Let's get this money. 23%, 30%, 40%. So I ended up running up 40% at the highs, which is what I played. So I ended up getting 40% on this puts here. Don't know how much money that was at the time, but ended up getting 40% on these puts. Boom. Now the puts is ran its course, so it has fell. We also know the market sentiment is still green for the day, as even now, but it's still up like around 2% for the day. The market was still green for the day, so I knew that I can play calls and next back up to the high of the day. So that's kind of what I was looking for. It actually didn't happen, but I was able to catch the run up in the meantime. And I actually went a little bit heavier, and this is kind of where the markup of the $821 came from. I went a little bit heavier in this trade, knowing that the calls would actually do a little bit favor for me. So I actually just kind of waited till the puts kind of settled out. It wasn't even kind of looking at these candlesticks. I wasn't even looking for a specific, and this is me being completely honest. I wasn't looking for specific candlesticks that's telling me, hey, this is reversal going on. I just knew it was going to reverse at some point, and I had a stop loss again on that one. If I lost it, it's okay. Again, my stop losses are real tight, 10% or so. So I would have only lost a couple $100, and I would have still been in profit from my previous trade, and I just would have left it alone. But here's that spin top here. That actually was that reversal candle. I entered here on this green candle. Again, waiting for that break of the 9 EMA was, where is it at? It's going to get hard today. My circles are orange and my line is orange. I think it was right here. So it broke the 9 EMA here. and I was convinced that it was going to continue to run a little bit, and I was just happy to kind of get that play. So I actually had to average down a little bit. So looking at SPY, 367 calls again, 0.28 is the average. I actually didn't enter there. I ended entering at 0.24, up 15%. Looking for my high today as a target. Again, these are not edited messages. This is my actual trades. So 23%, 15%, I mean 51%, 55%. And I started trimming around like 50%, and I sold all of them out like at 35%. The runners I had, they got like 2 or 3 contracts left. But ultimately, I made $821 on the day. Excuse me. Trying to get back to it. All right. So ultimately, I made $821 on the day. So more of the story is, although I missed my first bounce, which probably would have gave me my trade for the day, and I probably would have been done after this trade, because that would have probably been 150% gain on this one, because it's still up to this point, even if I held it to now, because the low of the day was here at 360 and the stock is at 364. So if I held that contract, I'll still be up, and that probably would have been the only contract I got into. But being that I missed that bounce, I was kind of looking for other opportunities, and I found a small pullback to the 90 EMA, which I actually didn't get. I actually didn't even make money on this trade, so I didn't catch this bounce, and I didn't make money on this trade. But I played puts the second time, and it broke the 90 EMA. Again, RSI was just too hot. Histogram was ticking over. It had to pull back at some point. It did. Caught that one for a 40% gain. Then once the 40% gain, and once the puts was kind of done, I kind of caught the upside back up to a 50% gain on these calls, and it's kind of where I exited, and I haven't traded since. So again, I go in way more details and explain how to trade, what these candlesticks I'm looking for, if I'm looking for a Pacific patterns, what breakouts I'm looking for. I'm looking for high probability trades most of the time. These are not high probability setups. It just wasn't there for me today on the price action. If you see my first message when I said at 8:59 this morning was, hey, the price action is boring. I don't see anything. But I wanted to want to find something to go off of. So join the community. Come see what I'm talking about. It's free. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. It's free. It's not costing you $1 right now to get into it. But more than likely, I'll be right. Or at least give you some understanding and give you some better understanding from someone like you. I'm not these multi-level marketing gurus that have millions of dollars in marketing, and they say that they're making millions of dollars, but they're spending millions of dollars. I'm really in the trenches doing this day in and day out. Today, I just happened to make $821. So if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, come check me out, come see what I have to offer, and I'll see y'all in the next video.